she would have been.
You could have been hearing all about my Trader Joe's snacks
Key
and
lime
my
cookies.
replacing my. Here, you
Okay.
guys.
Okay. You can hear me.
I can hear you in these.
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Phew.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Average Age Groupers, and also known as Chaos Central today, because holy wow. There's a lot of people on the couch right now. Someone's over there. There's a dog on the ground.
I'm sure she'll join the couch at some point.
And we're not in Wisconsin. So.
No one's in Wisconsin
No
for the
one.
recording of this pod, actually.
Thank goodness, actually.
No, we came out to Colorado to ride bikes with this guy. So, special guest who's never been on the pod before. Aaron has been on the pod. Here in a second, I'm going to leave the pod so that Maggie, Logan, who you guys haven't met yet, who you're about to meet, and Aaron can talk about training for Lake Placid. The idea behind this podcast is that you guys are going to talk about how the training's going, what have you learned, what are you doing different, what are your goals for the race? Is there any other tee up I need to give you before I exit this podcast?
Before you go 2 feet to my right?
The reason I have to exit this podcast is because we can't get multiple pairs of headphones to connect correctly. So we're having a little technical difficulties. And, I'm going to blame Mercury.
Maybe someone in the IT field is listening and they can help us.
Nope, I'm blaming Mercury.
Well, to your credit, you do have 2 pairs of headphones connected. We just couldn't get the third one to work.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we
someone from
couldn't
Apple
get the
explained
second
this
ones
to
to
us,
work.
and-
The actual be fine if we could get those. Do
No,
not
do
open
not.
those. No. Do you want to introduce us?
Okay. All right. Well, this is Average Age Groupers. This is our podcast where we tell average age grouper stories, or stories from a normal human's perspective, where you're trying to balance life, a job, maybe getting a PhD, maybe moving halfway across the country.
Did you start recording on that one?
It's right there.
No, but don't you want that one recording too?
No, that's that.
Oh, wow.
Person watching, they can help us.
Set up a secondary camera so that you could see the whole couch. It's fine. It's fine. Even though we are in Colorado, I promise no one is
Nobody's high.
Anyway, welcome to Average Age Groupers. I'm Holly, and I'm about to be out. So best of luck. I'll do my very best to make this sound good. On the backside, have so much fun.
Amazing. Well, I'm Maggie.
I'm Laura, by the way. I'm stressed that I'm now hosting these 3 people that are doing Lake Placid in 2 weeks, but that's fine.
It's all good. This is how we usually do it. We're fine. You ask questions, I ask questions. We'll all add in.
Yeah. And yeah, Logan found out about being on this podcast about 2 hours ago. So someone's getting arrested in the alleyway.
Say hi. I feel like you haven't said hi yet.
Hi, I'm Logan. I used to live in Madison
Perfect.
and ride with these guys, but I moved out to Boulder and they came to visit. So, yeah,
Amazing.
Okay, so you guys decided to do Placid how long ago? When did we decide this? This was like when
did we decide that we were going to do Placid, Maggie?
When did Maggie decide?
When did I decide that everyone was going to come and do Placid with me?
That's what I said.
Yeah. I don't know, probably about a year ago.
It had to be right about
No,
the
that can't even be true.
August-ish last year, I think.
We watched the race and we all waited for it to open for registration.
And then Aaron and I got in, and then Maggie wasn't able to register for a handful of days.
Yes.
And then
That is true.
for a minute, we were like, we signed up for this race that you talked us into, but now you're not going to race.
Why could you not get registered?
I don't remember what was going on that I was not able to register right away. Was that when I was in France for the speed project? That timing doesn't make sense.
No, because
don't know.
I feel like
But-
you guys decided Oceanside and Placid. Wasn't that the same conversation?
Yeah.
Placid was first.
I don't. Placid was first, and then it was like, we need to figure out a 70.3 that's the right amount of time in the lead up.
Because you didn't want to do
and so then
Chattanooga.
that's how we got
And
to
I
it.
so I think this started somewhere around Chattanooga, because then the conversation came to you not wanting to do Chattanooga again.
Correct. Which now maybe I will.
It's like, Maggie, if you get a world spot, you're gonna go?
Worlds are gonna, yeah. I mean, if I get a world spot and it's in the U.S., I'm gonna go. But anyway.
Well, I think
yeah.
we're gonna
So-
go.
but I
Period.
feel like,
so
oh, well, I mean, that would be fun. Just make a trip of it, regardless.
Yeah, we're thinking about getting a house. Anyway.
But I feel like Placid has been on the list for a while because we've all done Wisconsin twice, right? Logan, yeah?
Yes,
You've
I've
also done it twice?
Yeah,
And
yes.
I
I have
personally...
finished twice.
Yes, right, exactly. You've finished
that's all that
twice.
matters.
But I felt like after my second time of doing Wisconsin, I was like, I don't know if I need to do it again. But I do like an Ironman that has some hills and is a bit more engaging. And I feel like Placid is just such a... You hear so much about it. It's such a well-known race. It looks gorgeous.
Iconic.
And they keep saying... Yeah, they keep saying, like, we're not going to do it for much longer. So it's been on the radar. Like, get it in before they stop hosting a race there.
All right. Well, you guys decided Placid. Maggie and Aaron did Oceanside. What's your lead up, Ben?
I haven't done any triathlons this year. I have only ran a marathon, and
We did a triathlon today.
we did do a mini triathlon on our own today. But outside of the marathon, I have not done any other big races this year. So
I mean, you did do a marathon, so there's that. Do you have this weird glare on your screen?
I think the sun is hitting
there we
my
go. Okay.
computer. Is that better?
So much
Okay.
better. Sorry. I was like,
The sun. I have a window right here.
there's
I
going to
was
be
getting,
so
like,
many
a little
spirals in
halo.
this podcast.
Anyway, yeah. I want to hear about what you guys did today. And I mean, we can get more into the training entirely, but what was your mini triathlon?
We didn't exactly do a triathlon per se, is that we swam, biked, and ran today.
I told Aaron that I had a run and a bike ride today, and then he offered up a swim to start the day. So we ended up doing all three.
Perfect.
Yes.
So we did
It's
kind of
Like an hour each.
We ate lunch after we swam.
almost an Olympics worth of triathlon. Yeah.
nice.
And we had lunch.
Okay.
We
And
took a
is
break.
tomorrow still going to be a long bike for you guys?
Yes, I think we have 110 miles routed out to get done. So
Nice.
And just so I know, how much elevation do you have in this ride?
if we go the southern route, it's 6,500 feet, but it ends with a Cat 2 climb. So
Oh, you're going to do that one?
Yeah.
Logan's like sending me things. He's
have
like, do you think
fun.
Aaron would like this? And I was like, honestly, he probably would. That's the problem.
I feel like sometime tomorrow I'm going to be like, this is what Maggie felt like.
I was like, this is
Yes.
payback. I was like, Aaron broke Maggie a little bit, and now Logan's going to break Aaron a little bit.
But you
Yeah,
just
this-
have to keep responding with, sounds good. Sounds good. We'll keep climbing. Sounds good.
As the life drains from my eyes, but my mouth keeps saying, sounds good.
Exactly.
Okay, so I feel like you guys should all talk about a little bit of your builds to Placid because Aaron and Maggie had Unbound thrown in the mix, and then they immediately went into training for Placid. Logan's had a bit of a different journey, but just kind of how the switch also from Unbound to now, like, kind of 4 weeks of building has gone.
Yeah, I feel like it's been kind of like hard in a way. I don't know. I felt like I needed to take almost a full week off after Unbound and then timing it out right to because that, I don't remember the exact number of weeks, but it like wasn't a natural amount for me. Usually I do like 3 weeks of building and then a week of recovery, and I just repeat that 4-week cycle, like continuing to build those. But it didn't quite fit right in the timing between Unbound and Placid. So it's been like a little bit of maneuvering things on the plan. I think the thing that I always am reminded of when I get close to a triathlon and I'm riding my tri-bike a lot is that if I want to be good on my tri-bike, I need to actually ride my tri-bike. So it's just been like making sure that I do that, building up the run volume to longer distances. I had kept swimming all throughout the build to Unbound, so I feel like that's fine. That is what it is. I was telling you, Laura, before we started recording, I'm a bit nervous for my long ride tomorrow because it's going to be 101 degrees here in DC. We are going through an extreme heat wave, and I do not handle the heat well, but I want to get in this is like my longest weekend of training, and then I'll start tapering. So I want to be able to get that in, but I am a bit nervous for how that's going to go this weekend. So
what's your plan to immediately get cold
weird.
After?
I'm definitely going to do an ice bath. I'm going to pick up a bag of ice. Ideally, though, because I'm like really nervous about this for some reason. I don't think anything is going to majorly go wrong, but I keep feeling like something is going to go wrong. So I didn't want to go, usually for a long ride like this, I would go out into Maryland towards like Poolsville area. There's some really nice riding around there. I'm feeling this need to like be closer to people who could like rescue me if I need it. So I'm just going to ride around like Arlington and Great Falls. I don't know. Ideally, at the end of this, I stop at one of my friends' places and they like hose me down, and the hose is cold water, something. I'm going to need to get cold. So
You have to do a break, or are you just biking?
Just biking.
Okay.
And then I'll do a 18 to 20 mile run on Sunday morning. And I will also get up incredibly early and start that one early. Running, I don't feel as nervous about starting super early because I'll run in the dark. That's fine. I'm a little bit more nervous about biking on my TT bike in the dark. So I want to start at first light tomorrow. But my run, maybe I'll start at like 4:45 on Sunday morning.
That sounds literally disgusting.
And then, yeah, it is. But I feel like I have to do it because otherwise I'm going to die in this heat. So,
well,
that's been my build.
If it's warm at Placid, you'll be heat prepped.
Yeah.
The water temp
definitely
was
true.
77 yesterday. So.
At Mirror Lake?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So. Someone posted if they used the Ironman thermometer or not, so. Probably not. All right, Aaron. Your build?
My build?
Yeah.
Well, going into Unbound, it's been a lot of biking, heavy biking on that. And did a lot of flat leading into it. And then after Unbound, got way more into elevation and climbs.
Because where did your TT bike sit since Oceanside?
Not put back together, half out of the box, until a week after Unbound. I finally put it together.
So
and then
like
rode it.
Zero TT riding.
Zero TT riding from
April.
March, the end of March, until, 3 weeks ago? So, yeah, it was like, 40 miles, 60, 80, 100. Wow. Okay. But the volume of gravel or riding gravel definitely, like, I don't feel like I missed out on any of the long rides or the endurance of that. So I'm feeling pretty good about the hills. Elevation at Placid. Did quite a bit, or kept up on the long runs. Was not good about running in the build to Unbound, but did keep up with the long runs. And now that, again, after Unbound, I went from running flat trails in Madison to finding all the hills. And so been running 1,000, 1,200 plus feet of elevation in 18 to 20 miles in and around town. So I'm
Is
feeling good about that. What's it?
Placid's run is hilly? I don't think I knew that.
You knew that.
Yeah,
I don't
both
think
the
I
bike
did.
and the run are hilly.
The hill, the bike is, I'm sorry, the run is over 1,200 feet.
I think it goes like down for like the first quarter of it, and then you turn around and run back up towards the start, and then you go back and do that again. So I think the last like 5 or 6 miles is uphill back into the finish line.
How kind.
Yeah, there's over a mile-long hill that's just like one hill on the run. So we have to do that twice. But I think there are other hills. It's a pretty hilly run.
See, I don't want to say it makes me happy, but I know that it will break some people. And
yeah, for sure.
I think Unbound has broken my broken meter, if that makes sense. Like where the break point is, where I can't do this anymore. Like I don't know where that is anymore after riding through that many storms. Like I don't want to make it about Unbound, but riding through that many storms and those conditions and those things, like
even just like driving here yesterday, we went through a couple of storms. And Holly's in the back seat and she's like, meh, this is nothing. We biked through this. I was like, what?
We
yes,
biked through
worse.
At one point it started hailing. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Just not feeling really phased about it.
Which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I took about a 2 or 3 week hiatus from swimming around going into Unbound and then getting back into Lake Placid build. And today we did a pool swim. Every other swim I've done has been open water. And I think I've only done 2 or 3 wetsuit swims. So I've been trying to swim without, just on the off chance that Placid isn't. But we'll see.
Are you two bringing swim skins?
I was not planning on it.
Okay,
if I can't
don't
swim
have
in the
one,
wetsuit,
so...
I'm just gonna go for it, I think.
Okay, cool. We'll be in the same boat. Great.
I hope I've got time to order one yet.
You don't have one?
I broke it.
Oh, okay.
I ripped the zipper off of it. Like the handle, the zipper is intact. The handle is broken. The piece that holds the handle on broke off the zipper piece. So if somebody was really strong, they could just pinch it and pull it. But yeah.
You could buy one there.
You could just get someone to put a new zipper on it. You could get someone to put a new zipper on it.
When I bought that was in my early swim, and I don't know that I'm the same shape. But I think it's too small for me now.
That's a great way to describe that.
That's a boy describing it.
It really is.
I'm not the same shape.
I'm not even going to try to expand on that. I just feel like it'll make it worse.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Logan.
Well, yeah, Logan, let's hear about your build. Because you also, I'm excited to have a podcast where we can just do Logan's full story, but it's not like I feel like you really minimized earlier that you were like, oh, I just did a marathon. But you've also been bike racing. You haven't been doing nothing.
Yeah, so I started out the year, I guess, starting out this build to get more into it. I did a 7-week time trial series, which was just a 20-minute, I think it was a 9-mile course. So it took me 23 minutes, 21 to 23, depending on the wind, each week. So my riding volume at the beginning of this cycle was a lot of high output over a short amount of time rather than drawn out periods. But I did learn a lot of good lessons about biking in the wind, switching into my little gear earlier than later, and just a couple other aerodynamic pieces that I put together, just retooling after each race and kind of finding the best position. So that was a really good experience. But while I was doing that, I was also building for a marathon, which I will say I lapsed on a lot of my runs. So I didn't get many long runs in before that.
Also because he's like, I'm not running. After Spain, he was like, I don't really think I'm going to run much. And then he signs up for a marathon.
So going into my marathon, which was Memorial Day weekend, I believe, my longest run prior to that was 12 miles.
Oh, wait, you went from 12 to 26 miles?
Yes.
For
But
those
idea
for
behind
those of
this
you
was
that
just
know
to, like,
Logan, this
run
actually
a marathon,
tracks.
right?
What was that, Maggie?
But your idea behind it was just to be like, I can do this marathon outside of an Ironman, like just on its own as its thing. You weren't trying to like go crazy and be
Yep.
as fast as you could be, or were you trying to be as fast as you could be?
I didn't want to go as fast as I could. I also just wanted to prove to myself that I could run a marathon, knowing I could, but then taking a year and a half off from running that far and with a knee surgery mixed in there between, I just mentally needed to prove to myself that I could struggle out that many miles. And just doing that out on a Sunday, I can't really get my brain to do that unless it's a race. So I signed up, and that kind of forced me to show up and do it. But since then, I've been running at least 3-hour-long runs a week. I haven't been doing very many long runs, so I think I can count on my two hands the number of double-digit runs I've done this year.
We're gonna add one tomorrow.
Yes, well, we got one more going on there. So,
A run
Oh, I'm sorry,
tomorrow,
sorry,
too?
I'm sorry.
You're gonna
Sunday,
bike a...
Sunday,
oh, Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, my run volume hasn't been quite there, but when I have been running, I feel good. I feel the legs and lungs feel strong. It's more of like my brain kind of gets bored after like an hour, and then
Did you say a mile?
yeah, I did say a mile.
Okay.
But yeah, after about that, then it's kind of hard. I know it's part of the sport and everything, but I just haven't had the motivation to keep pushing. So that's what I've been sticking with. I do feel confident about my bike volume, even though I haven't been doing a lot of 3+ hour bike rides. I have just done like 80-mile and 100-mile rides without much build into it, and I feel great about those. So I feel good about that. And then including the swim today, I think I've gone on 6 swims this year. So overall, I'm not feeling very prepared for this race. But
Logan and I are kind of on the same swim plan.
but
That's
but-
hilarious.
yes.
Well, you're going to have Aaron to entertain you on the long run this weekend, so that'll be great.
Yes, I told him, because I originally was going to do 20 miles, and I told him I was worried about doing it, but knowing that he was going to be there with me made it a lot easier. And now we're only doing 16, but I still feel confident about doing that with him.
Nice.
I mean,
That's awesome.
all of my long runs post-Unbound have been with someone where we run part of it together and then someone rides a bike with me for the remaining portion of it. Whether that's Claire or Dave, or I guess it's been just one or the other. But they've also run with me in the first part of it, and then one or the other of them has ridden with me for the rest of it. So it does make a difference.
Yeah, I think having that support system around you, I didn't really notice it until I moved out here, but I really took that for granted. And having to do all the long runs and rides and everything by yourself really takes a mental toll on you once you get so far into those.
Yep. Or it just makes it hard to do like actually the training that you should be doing for the race that you're doing. Like I could easily go out and ride gravel with people or do like track workouts with people, but I'm not going to get like the kind of triathlon training that I would get in Wisconsin, which is why I was back in Wisconsin last week. So,
Well, I think that's like kind of an overwhelming thing we've heard from quite a few people. Like you've talked about it from training alone to then finding a team. Claire's talked about it. I thankfully have never had that. Like, I didn't start out doing this by myself. I started out knowing everyone around me. And then, like Logan said, he was used to it and then left. So there is something to be said about having a community around you and doing this sport. And I think we see it with like all of our local teams. Like it's just so much easier and way more fun when you're doing it with other people. So,
and I think the really cool thing about Madison is that you're always going to have people who are doing similar things to what you're needing to be doing. You can find people who are doing sprints. You can find people who are doing Olympics, half Ironmans, full Ironmans. So then, like, yes, you're adjusting a little bit, but you have people that are more naturally aligned with what you're working towards, which is really
I think
nice.
too, even with that, because we're close enough to Chicago there and Illinois, there's a on any given weekend, if you go to where there's a natural start point on the course, there are cars from out of state that come in to ride the course every weekend. And you see them and they're on a TT bike, you know what they're doing. And for the most part, people are good to each other in terms of, hey, you need a hand. Like even at that, where we've ridden other places and, well, it's just different in Madison than it is other places, I guess.
Can concur, because my first ride back here in DC this week, a car like almost hit me, was like zooming around me and really aggressive and angry. And like, yes, you get some of that in Madison, but less so. You can just go to areas where there aren't cars, and you just can't get that as much in other places. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Maggie.
I was going to say, I feel like I don't know for either of you what your goals for this race
was just gonna
are,
ask,
or like
what
what
are
you're
our
hoping the day
goals?
is going to be like. Yeah.
I guess I can start out based on my knowledge of like the minimal training that has gone into this so far. I am quite nervous, but I'm trying to think about it as just a big training weekend rather than a race day. Kind of go into it with that mindset. My goal is to finish the swim and kind of do my swim and not try to push faster than I feel comfortable doing, like I would on a normal race day. I do feel confident about that, the bike leg and the course there. So I do want to try to have a strong day on the bike and keep up with nutrition and kind of just keep that as my main two goals for the day. And then once I get off the bike, I am hoping to enjoy the run more than I enjoyed the run in California and more than I enjoyed the run in Spain last fall. So I am hoping not to try to get into my head and force myself to go deep into the pain cave, and kind of just enjoy the day and enjoy the surroundings that are being there. And then having you two out there on the course is going to be even better. So
Yeah, to that, by the time we get to the run, it looks like everything is two-way traffic. So there's a possibility that we could miss each other, but there's also a possibility that we could see each other 6-8 times during the course of that run, depending on where everybody comes in off the bike and where they are in the race. So for me,
It doesn't have to be anything huge.
well, it's not.
Perfect.
It's not. This will be the first Ironman Aussie exit.
I was so, as you were talking, I was like, I think it's a 2-loop swim course, and it's an Aussie. It is.
Yeah, it's an Aussie
God, I'm
exit.
so excited for that.
So it is a big rectangle, similar to Wisconsin, except you get out of the water and then get back in the water for the second loop. So, yeah, I mean, for me, I'm hopeful for a wetsuit swim and a calm water. But beyond that, like I don't want to get too hung up on it. Like it's going to be what it is. Get on the bike and I guess go have fun. Like I did Oceanside and I had fun and I did well, and at no point was I all in my head about it.
Do you think that's because you went in with no expectations?
It could be.
The thought process, people.
I will say, going into Spain last fall, my mindset was very much so, I want to race it. I want to do very well. I was not well trained for that race either. And about 20 miles into the bike ride, I picked my head up from looking at the pavement right in front of me, and I looked out over my shoulder, and you could just see the whole ocean and the valley going down to that you just climbed up. And I think at that point I was like, oh, like I need to do a better job of actually enjoying where I am and what I'm doing rather than be so number based. So yes, I think that was a big turning point in my brain space.
I think I did that with Santa Cruz last fall, and that made like just sitting up and taking a look around. And I guess that's kind of what I'm thinking of with Placid. Like I don't have a goal of going to Kona. Like if I have an amazing day, we'll cross that bridge. I don't foresee it, knowing the way, like I didn't not train, but I didn't train to go try to capture a Kona slot. I know this, but depending on what the conditions of the day are and who shows up and how they handle it, like every race is different. So I'm not going to not race it, but I'm also not going to put too much in it. Like I want to do well. I want to have fun with it. I know that bike volume is there, run volume is there. I'm light on swim, but I know I can do it, and I've done it enough training cycles for a full now that like these weeks are the ones that no matter how hard you push, you don't feel like you're getting what you want out of yourself. And then having someone remind you, well, Holly reminded me, I'm like, I just don't know what it is. I just don't feel like I'm getting enough, and like I'm just tired and kind of crabby and this and that. And Holly says, well, you're in your peak training block. It's like, oh yeah, okay, like everything makes sense now. And so I think given that, I don't think I've missed any really big workouts. Maybe some of the like midweek stuff, but I'm feeling good. And I want to go have fun and enjoy it and have my experience of Lake Placid.
Lovely. Maggie, do you have any goals, my dear?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've said, like, I would love to qualify for Kona, and that is still true. I think, though, I will still be, like, happy with the day, whatever it is. The more I look at pictures of this race, I'm like, I just want to experience this place. I've heard that this swim is incredible, and I'm so excited for that. I mean, I love swimming, like, and I feel like I don't get a lot of opportunity to do open water swims. So an open water swim that everyone says is great, I'm really excited for. And then the bike, I think a hillier course does suit me. I like climbing, so I'm excited for that. I feel like I haven't done as big of bike volume on my tri-bike leading into this as I usually would for a full Ironman, but I feel like my bike volume is there from doing Unbound, and I'm feeling good about where my run is. So yeah, I mean, like, ideally, yes, I qualify for Kona. That would be sick. But also, if I don't, I'm still going to have a fun day. I was thinking earlier today about seeing Logan and Aaron out on the course, and I'm so excited for that. Like, it just brings me back to when all of us did Musclemen, and that was the most fun that I've ever had in a race. Like, seeing Casey out on the run course, I was like screaming and cheering because I wasn't sure if she was gonna make it through the bike and make it out onto the run, and I was just so excited for her. And then like that Muscleman course on the run, you passed a bunch of people, so then every time I saw someone, it was just like a boost of energy. So yeah, I'm excited for that. My parents are coming to cheer for me for this race, which they have not been able to do since I did Ironman Maryland in 2024. So I'm just really excited for them to be there. So yeah, I want to have fun. That's my goal.
We're running off straight vibes. I mean, I feel like Holly and I talked about this with Oceanside, because you and Aaron both had just like kind of no, I don't want to say goals, that's terrible, but like you just went in and had fun. And I was like, there's a really different vibe going into this than we've had races past. Like,
I mean, Oceanside, I stopped and chatted with Holly and Laura only to get
right.
Are you gonna finish this? Like I was. Like,
do you want to catch you?
I mean, I was like, it'd be cool to, come through the
I
finish
wanted
line.
to catch you. If I can catch you at Placid and we can run some part of the marathon together, that would be so fun. I would have the best time. but don't wait for me.
Trust me, I'm like, okay, Maggie's gonna swim this. I'm gonna swim this.
Can we do
Okay, so then if I catch her on the bike, how fast do I have to ride on the bike to be a full loop ahead on the run in order to actually run with
Loop?
That is
No,
aggressive.
right, hold on, but to run with you like an entire loop.
She's talking like finish together, not like
I'll just hang
Like,
out.
I'm talking like
in the
I'm
chute.
catching up to you.
not like 13 miles in front of her.
Aaron wants to be at the point where you guys split apart and he gets to go to the finish line and you have to
Right.
go hang out for another 13
He's like,
miles.
see ya, sucker.
Remember those hills we rode together?
Uh-huh.
We don't have to do that again.
It was brutal. That's
was.
all I will say about, that hill was brutal. Also, I am excited. This like kind of transitions our topic, but I am going to get a new cassette for my bike. I needed a new cassette anyways, and I currently have 4234 in the front, I think, and then 1028. I'm gonna do a bigger cassette, so it'll be easier for climbing, which I am excited for. So
What are you switching to then?
I think it's gonna be a 1033. I think I can do with my.
Okay,
trailer.
hold on,
So,
back up. Your front big
Mhm.
ring is 42.
I think so.
Hey.
What is yours?
My small ring is 42. That's
Great,
why I'm asking.
perfect.
Okay,
was
Logan,
like,
what's
wait.
yours?
I couldn't tell you what my
Looks like
His-
you
his
don't
big
even
ring's
know what
48.
mine would be. So do you have to change your front at all then?
No, the front is gonna stay the same.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say the front should be
Just
able
the
to stay
back.
the same. The chain
Mhm.
length will change.
Yep.
So your
Mhm.
easiest gear will be easier?
Will feel easier.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
which
okay.
will be great for climbing.
I was like,
I
am doing
also
this
I
math
really need
right?
new tires, so I'm gonna get new tires and set them up tubeless, because when Aaron and I did our long ride in what was it, last week, Friday, a week ago, as there are on many Wisconsin roads, there were like cracks across the road, like every 10 feet or so. And as I was going over them, it was like ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. And I was like, I'm going to murder someone. So then Aaron was
She was
like,
gonna
"Mom, do you have
specifically
tubeless?"
murder her front bottle is what she was gonna actually murder.
Oh yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
It kept rattling.
It kept rattling because of the bumps.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
when are you getting?
So then Aaron was like, do you have tubeless? And I was like, no, I'm going to. Yeah,
That'll help. When are you doing that?
this week.
This week? Okay.
Yep. So Amir, who was on the podcast a while ago now, ordered a new cassette, and I'm going to take my bike into him this week. He will put on the new cassette, set up my tires tubeless, new chain, check everything, make sure it's good, and then we'll be all set.
Lovely. What are we missing? Anything else? We've talked about all the things, I feel like.
Do you have it, Maggie? Do you have anything else after Placid, or are we
Like-
all kind?
I
No.
currently do not have anything planned after Placid, so this is going to be my last race this year, unless I end up doing something. I don't know. My mom sent me a gravel ride in Minnesota in September. That could be fun to just like hop into. Also, it might be nice to just like take some time off from racing, because I'm going to start my PhD program in September, and I really don't know how that's going to go or feel time commitment wise. So yeah, I'm going to go bike pack in August, but I'm not going to race.
I mean, that sounds delightful, kind of.
Yeah.
I guess I am not doing any like triathlons or big long races for the rest of the year, or I haven't scheduled anything yet, but I am wanting to do a bike race up Pikes Peak 2 weeks after Lake Placid. So we'll see how the legs feel about that. And then I think I really want to just start getting into more crit racing and the shorter type stuff, because I started getting a taste of it earlier this year and then had a bit of a crash at one race, and then have decided to take a break until Lake Placid to avoid any unnecessary risk, because I like to push the limit on the bike. So playing it safe until after, and then letting my brain test out everything else that it wants to try.
Having ridden with him a handful of times out here now, yes, likes to push the limit.
Well, it's not like you're like descending down a mountain at 45 miles per hour.
It was 50.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
It was sharp 90.
Aaron and
corner,
I hit 50.
but that was straight out.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sharp 90-degree corner. That's scary.
Even today, I'm like, oh my God, we're taking a lot of right-hand 90-degree turns on these bike paths.
But it was path. It wasn't very fast.
Yeah.
All right, well, most of them weren't very fast.
It depends. Maggie, are you...
Aaron, what about you? What do you have after this?
Nothing.
Aaron gets the Sherpa.
I get to, I'm Sherpaing in Northern California in Redding in August. So be doing that.
Perfect.
As far as racing, trying to see what I might want to do this fall, but I've not yet committed to anything. I think I'm warming up to the idea of Chattanooga, but also haven't selected or not sure what I'm going to do there just yet. But either way, we'll be there because it's always a good time at a Worlds event.
Yeah, because you would have to race early spring.
Any race between now and Rockford next year.
June.
Yeah.
We might come to Boulder and race Boulder. I'm being told. I just got it through my headphone from an inside source that we might come to Boulder.
What was that?
Well, that would be fun.
Justin.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Justin.
Yeah, there's also this gravel bike race that Holly and Aaron might do.
Steamboat
next.
I want to do Steamboat next year. Okay, perfect.
I'm sorry.
She said, okay, perfect. Maggie also wants to do it.
I'm
no.
kidding.
What did you say?
Yeah. Logan needs
to buy a gravel bike.
What bike are you getting next that can be a gravel bike?
My plan was to get a cyclocross bike because I think I would really enjoy that sport. Then I went mountain biking a couple weekends ago, and that was also really fun, and I forgot how much I liked doing that. So now I'm kind of tossing up between the two, but I still think it'd be a cyclocross bike first.
Will your roommate be upset if you have extra bikes in your apartment?
My dog will not mind having the whole apartment filled with bikes.
It's just that rule of like N+1. You just always keep getting new bikes. The very like left-handed pivot. Are you using Hummingbird fuel for this race?
I probably will. I need to order some more. I still haven't tried the green apple flavor, so I'm having that tomorrow. And then tomorrow for the rest of my nutrition, I'm just doing gels. And because also I have realized in some of my longer rides recently that I don't think I've been drinking enough just like plain water. So I'm curious how that's going to feel tomorrow, having the gels and then just plain water and then have the Hummingbird, the green apple flavor. But I probably will. I really liked it for the long ride that Aaron and I did last week. I liked the orange flavor. I wasn't a huge fan of the other two flavors, but like they were fine. So yeah, I probably will.
Nutrition changes for you boys than your normal?
No, I've been using Hummingbird fuel as well, and for the like mixed bottles, but they also make a powder that you can make into a gel. And so I've got 5 gel flasks that I've figured out about a third of a cup of the powder and then topped off with water is like the perfect consistency. Otherwise it's a 1-to-1 or like a quarter cup to a quarter cup powder or like mixture to water, but it didn't quite fill the flask. So I tried a little bit more with a third and then filled out, and that worked out really well. And that isn't something that I dislike. I know that's not the way to say it. Having it, I like better than other gels, I guess, at this point. So going with that.
I used to use Tailwind for a lot of my long bike rides, and then the goo gels. Over this last year, I've switched to, I think it's Fuel 365. I don't know the exact name off the top of my head, but I use their high carb mix, and then I add in a scoop of the electrolyte booster, and I've seen a lot of improvements on being able to stomach it and getting actually through bottles instead of forcing myself to drink bottles. And then on my runs, I have switched to the Never Second gels. Those I have noticed are a lot thinner in consistency, so it's a lot easier to get down, and you don't need to chase it with like a water to kind of like re-moisten your mouth. But so yeah, those I can kind of crush while I'm running still and not have to like take a break.
Was that the gel you took today?
Yes.
Like, I saw him take it out of his pocket, and I slowed down. We were near a trash can, so I thought that like it would take him longer to consume it. And then he, like, I took 2 walk steps, and then he just ran past me. I was like, oh, okay. So we
we're
just
moving.
We're moving. So yeah, they go down quick.
Also, the fact that Logan's goal on this bike in Placid is to actually consume nutrition, because the number of times we've picked up his bike out of transition and there's full bottles, too many times to count. So, solid goal.
I think you guys took a video of me finishing my first Ironman, and as I ran by you, you could see all of the nutrition in my back pocket still bouncing up and down.
It was over 2,000 calories worth of nutrition that he had not consumed, but it turned around.
It's like some people do that at races where they're like, oh, I'm just going to pocket these and bring them home. No, 0 consumption attempted.
So you brought those, right?
And then he looked like a vampire.
Right.
Because you were, very underfueled.
By too many calories. So, solid goal. There's nothing else in my brain I can like pick. Maggie, any other thoughts on Placid?
I mean, I think it'll just be like a really cool race. It's a pro race. A lot of really cool people are going to be there. I'm really excited for that. We're probably going to do the TTL donut run on Friday. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. I'm really excited because I think this is going to be a really good energy. We've got a good group going, lots of cheer squad in a beautiful place. We get to just go like spend all day outside.
I feel like so Claire is our like bonus person joining us for Placid, but like the 6 of us, Holly and Casey are sitting to my right. The 6 of us have like done quite a few races where we're all there together. And it's just like we all kind of know what everyone needs. There's always like someone's going to do this and someone's going to like help them with this. And then that person does that. Like we just do it very well. So I think it's going to be, like you said, a really fun energy. And the fact that it's a pro race will be an added bonus for us spectating.
Yeah, I mean, to that, we've collectively raced enough travel races and also raced together, because the 3 of us, Logan and Maggie, we've raced. This will be our third at least third race together, travel race together. I mean, one of them was in Spain. You and I have raced together in Oceanside earlier this year, like, and when Holly and Laura and you raced in Chattanooga, and we all stayed together. Like, to what Laura's saying is that we kind of know what the routine is, who's going to want what food at what time, night before the race, how everybody gets ready. There's no added, I don't want to say anxiety, but there's not added nerves within that, because we all have both raced together.
So do I get to deliver cut up mango to your beds?
I was just going to say that.
Is that a requirement?
It's got to be the cut up mango and then the mango juice.
The mango juice.
All the mango things.
And then I can just pop my head through the door.
It was a thing.
It'll be when you least expect it.
Probably so.
Yeah, perfect. So this will come out the Friday before Placid, which is next Friday. Yeah, and then Placid's the following week. Oh, like the day before. Wow.
It'll
you
be
guys.
like 2 days before the race.
Yeah.
And then we are going to, if these hooligans feel fine, Sunday night post-race have an immediate post-race recap. Raw recap. And somehow, we'll all be together, so headphones won't be a problem. There will be 7 of us on this race recap. Maggie, please bring your microphones.
Oh, I was going to ask if I should do that. Okay, so I will bring my 2 microphones. We will be good. I'm so excited. We have to have charcuterie and wine, and then we'll have a great recap.
It's the only way to post-race when we're all together.
Obviously.
I
Yeah,
would like to
I don't know where we're going to get good stuff.
I would like to jump into the lake with my medal after the race.
Let's do it. I'm in. Perfect.
Logan's got to get cold
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah, exactly.
That will be fun. That would be a fun photo op. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, don't worry. I'll find the wine and charcuterie. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Put me on that task. All right.
Thank you.
So we will see all of us will be together again very shortly. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Oh, shout out to Logan's mom. She listens to our podcast. She knew you cut your hair, Maggie.
Oh, I love
know.
it.
I was like, oh my God. So thanks, Logan's mom, for supporting us. Apple, Spotify, Substack, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, email, if you feel the need to email us, or just slide into our DMs. I think that's it.
Any of us personally.
Yeah, shoot us a text. We have a list of guests that we will continue to have on, and I think that's it. Okay, Maggie.
Well, okay. I mean, I am going to sign us out, but also, like, Logan and Aaron, text me about your training this weekend, and I'll text you about my training this weekend. I want to hear how it goes.
Throw it in the group chat.
Yeah.
I was joking about how
Okay, bye.